It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here. Hey, well, good afternoon, ladies. Thank you for joining me on Mind Your Business. And today we're going to be talking about an upcoming webinar that you guys are going to be co-facilitating called Getting to Know the BEDC Business Portal. But before we get into all of that, if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourselves and telling us what you do at BEDC and for our stakeholders. And I'll start with you, Keitha.
Oh, right. First one up. My name is Keitha Caines. I am the Director of Finance, Data, and Administration at BEDC. And so the business register, actually falls underneath our department. And so along with Colina and the rest of the team, we manage that process.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. And Ms. Colina?
My name is Colina Outerbridge, and I am the Business Data and Policy Analyst in the Finance Unit. And I was actually instrumental in bringing the new portal to BEDC and helping it to get set up and run.
All right. So the webinar is going to take place next week, Thursday, from 12:30, specifically May 5th at 12:30 p.m. And what was the idea behind hosting a webinar? Why do you think it's important to talk about this portal?
I think this portal has been is very important to us. It's something new. We have always had a business register, but this is the first time we've been able to allow clients to be able to use it externally. And so it's important to us because we want to make sure that everyone is logging in and using this portal to their advantage as well as our own.
Okay. So when you say use the portal, who are you speaking to specifically? Like, who is it for?
So the client portal is going to be, or the portal in general is going to be any members, anyone that wants to become a member of BEDC or people that are currently members of BEDC, whether they have a business or not. You don't necessarily have to have a business to use the portal. You can use it for advice or any discounts or different things that BEDC offers will be used through the portal, as well as people that want to apply for our products. We have a host of products that we offer. And so those applications are now streamlined through these portals. So it's easy access for them to be able to use it, log in, apply, and see their products and different things like that.
Okay. So Keitha, I want to talk to you a little bit because I know that BEDC's legislation actually mandates that we keep sort of a register of businesses. So is the portal our version of the register? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, definitely. That is the one-stop shop, I would call it. So we have all the businesses registered through the register, which then creates this database for us to be able to fulfill that mandate. It also allows for us to filter through to identify industries, like pool statistical data. Mm-hmm. So the portal does that for us, definitely. But as Colina mentioned, that external part is where the members and clients can kind of go in and track that information, right? Track their application. They can even update their information as their business changes. Okay. So that's the good part, that we have both sides of it now. But definitely on the back side and the admin side, it does fulfill that mandate for us to have a registry for the businesses.
Well, I mean, that's good to know. I mean, we're in this technology era, right? Where everything is supposed to be online. We're supposed to have easy access to everything. But can you talk a little bit about who specifically has access? So can the general public log on and access information? Or how do you actually gain access to the portal?
Okay, so generally not just anyone can log on. Initially, we have the applications going through our website, bedc.bm, where you can sign up to become a member and then gain access to our portal. And as Colina had mentioned earlier, you don't have to necessarily have a business already to be a member. You could be someone that just, like I said, considering it or just want some advice on something. You will go through the portal, sign up, register, and then you'll be on our database to, get further information or opportunities that might be coming up to different webinars or more information. Like you'll have access to those things as well.
Okay.
But you'll be given a login, so you'll have a unique identifier. We call it a BRID number, and then you will be sent a password or a link to create a new password. So it's definitely username generated passwords, and you are giving a unique BRID number once you do register.
Okay. So Colina, is there a cost to register to become a member and access the portal?
So for now, it is absolutely free. Anyone can join, anyone can become a member, and there are going to be some perks that, BEDC does offer as being a member. And so now I would encourage everyone to register because it's free. At some point, though, we do want it to be legislated and mandated that people have to register to be a member, or as well as register their business. And so once that happens, there will be a cost attached. It hasn't been confirmed as yet, as we're still looking at all the aspects that's going to go into it.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, there will be a registration fee to register, as well as an annual fee. And I'm sure because, of course, BEDC always tries to assist their clients and their business owners. So it's not going to be anything that's too extravagant, but there is going to be a slight fee because there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be able to come through this portal. And like Keitha said, a one-stop shop, once it does become legislated and mandated to be registered as a small business.
So can you talk a little bit more, but you and Keitha both, about some of the benefits of actually registering, utilizing the portal and all of that? Because I'm sure people, when they hear, what now do I have to pay for, right? They're like, another meal?
Yep. Exactly.
But I do know that, like you said, Colina, we don't want to make it too onerous. So it's not going to be a hefty fee, but certainly there is cost to have it. There's cost to manage it and maintain it. So we try to offset that cost with a small annual fee. But can you talk a little bit about the benefits and why people should even sign up and register?
So for one, depending on where people fit in their business or as becoming a member. So if you just want to become a BEDC member, the benefits are always going to be cheaper cost for our external clients that we have. So sometimes we have cheaper rates with legal lawyers and things like that. So becoming a member of BEDC, you get that. Also, sometimes when we have courses and they're paid courses, if you're a BEDC member, you may get a cheaper rate than someone that isn't. So just signing up as a member, you're going to see those different type of benefits. Plus, you get access to webinars coming up and, different courses and things we have. You're going to be in the know of things that BEDC offers. But if you have your own business, there's going to be other benefits. So we have products such as vendor license. That's streamlined on the portal. We have, if you are a new startup, you get a payroll tax relief. You can apply to get a payroll tax relief. And so that's on the portal. And then we all know that, as starting a business, some people may need funding, and BEDC offers a whole host of funding. So those applications to get funding, whether it be through our microloan, debt consolidated, COVID microloan, grant microloan, those applications are all on the client portal. And so once they become a member, if they do have a business or at some point in the future, if they ever need any of those products, they can log into the client portal, they can apply for those products, and they can pay right through the portal. Okay. The other benefit is if they do have a product with us, so if they apply for microloan and they are approved, they can apply for that. They could pay for that loan through the portal, but no longer do they need to send an email or call us to find out what's the balance, how much they have to pay, when's the last time they paid. On the client portal, they would be able to see. So if they made a loan of $5,000 and they paid $500 a month, they would be able to see every time they make a payment and what's the balance. So they can log it in any time, see all their transaction history, see what the loan balance is. They eventually would be able to see when it started, what's the end date, and things like that. So that's going to be very beneficial for, those types of clients as well.
Okay. So it's making everybody's life easier.
Yeah,
That's the goal.
That's the goal. And like I said, Colina nicely summed up all the benefits there is to it, like at every stage of the process, whether you're not a business owner or if you end up getting a loan with this, right?
Right.
So it definitely has a lot of uses, and I think anyone that logs in and joins us, becomes a member, they will see it as a benefit.
Okay. Well, I definitely think that this upcoming webinar will allow people to kind of go into detail, or you, I guess, can go into detail to talk a little bit more about that. And then people can ask their specific questions. So what is it like? What are your ultimate goals for the webinar? Like, what do you want people to leave knowing after having attended this?
Well, I would say with the webinar, with the client portal, the business register in general, it has been a process to get it to where we started from to where it is now. Mm-hmm. And even though we aren't 100% there are going to be some processes along the way that we're going to need to help our clients through. And so going through this process, like I said, because it is fairly new, we want to be able to help our clients to be able to register. So we will be going through becoming a member, going through that process, because we do still get, calls on, what type of business do I have, or, just different questions. And so we want to make sure that they know all fields are mandatory, what has to be filled out, and go through that registration process. So that's going to be the first part, is going through becoming a member. Then on the other part, we also want to be able to show them on the backhand side. So when they log in as a client, these are the steps that they have to take. This is how I log in. But we also want to show them how to apply for the products, because we do know that that also is, a pain point of a lot of our clients, of being able to apply. Sometimes it may be their file size is too big. So we want to be able to let them know that this is what you need to do. This is how you apply. These are the steps that you have to take, just so that they can make sure that they're doing everything correctly. And then for those that, like I said, that have a product, we want to be able to show them where to pay, because we do also get those type of calls. I can't see the pay button to be able to pay through the register. And so we just want to make sure that it's streamlined for them, it's easy as possible, and try to alleviate them having to call us because they don't know how to do certain things on it, or using it, or navigating it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important because, like I said, everybody, we're trying to be technologically savvy, if you will. And so no more we're using the paper, none of that is happening. And so it sounds like all things are pointing to this kind of portal, right? So all of the products that we offer, the different things that we would tell people to register for when they're starting up a business, everything is kind of going to be available on this portal. So definitely, I think it's a great opportunity for people to understand exactly what it is, like you said, how to use it, and then ask any specific questions. So who should be coming to this webinar? Is it existing customers or what?
So for me, like I said before, it's everybody that wants to be a member, wants to get the perks or the discounts. They could be a current member, or they could be somebody that's thinking of starting a business in the future. So it's not just for those that want to start a business, or not just for our future clients or our current clients. It's for anyone that just wants to be in the loop of what BEDC has to offer. It's going to be very important. And just like you said, showing them the process, showing them why we implemented it, and then also why we collected this data. I think that's going to be another important part, because we're also going to be showing them a bit of our internal process, so they understand why we're doing what we're doing. So like Keitha said, we're going to be including some statistics. So sometimes people call us and they may ask how many businesses are out there that are hairdressers, or in a specific area, how many are in St. George's, how many restaurants are in that area. And so sometimes people like to know that information, because if they're thinking of starting a business, they may want to know what area to do it in that may not be heavily populated. And not to say even if it is that they're not going to start, because that's not the case. But sometimes people will call, or how many people did this job create? Those are some of the questions that we ask. And so that's some of the data that we're able to ourselves, how many new startups started in May or April, or, things like that. So it's really important that we have as many small businesses that we can, log into the register, become a member with us, so that we can be able to answer a lot of those questions. How many women businesses there are out there?
Yeah.
Those are important, things as we're evolving, as we're growing, that we need to know as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask Keitha, what other kind of reports can people access? So I know internally, of course, we have access to this information, and primarily it was an internal resource, but now that it's an external resource, are you thinking to have or to allow our stakeholders to get access to reports, and will they be able to run them themselves, or will someone from BEDC have to run them once a request is made? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're currently in the middle of getting that developed, actually, to have an external user view. Because in that view, it would limit the information that people have access to. And the persons that have access to this wouldn't just be general public.
Right.
Because that's people's private information. It would be like maybe, what's the place called? Bermuda Deposit Insurance.
Yes.
So those types of, banks have requirements as it comes to their small businesses. So the banks will probably be the ones that might have access to certain information. And again, it won't be all that information. They're not going to be able to go in and pull a report and then see people's loans or products that they have with us. It will literally just to be to know that this business is registered with us. And their classification, if they're small or medium, and what industry they might be in. So things like that. It's not going to. It's more on the statistical side as opposed to like people's details. But we are working on that. Yeah, we are working on that. So that way, it will be beneficial, because, like, again, we are hoping that BEDC will be that business that people know that, come to for information about small businesses, to know that we're registering all the small businesses, because there are so many small businesses out there that we don't have no track of, right? We don't really know the total amount that's out there, and it's a lot, because people just start popping up businesses everywhere. So
you just start a business and just go for it.
Exactly. So it'll be helpful going forward that full circle that we have a register that we legislature have. That the customers have a portal where they can come and access their information and our products and apply for different things. And then for this, other government mandates or legislation that people will, be able to get the statistical data. So it's kind of a full 360, and we're just, we're happy to progress it's made has come to this part. And we're just looking forward to when it gets to that point, like you said, where we will be able to have limited access to the information.
Yeah, I mean, I know since being at BEDC, that's always been, people come and they ask and all of that. And I know, we have confidentiality built into our act, so we can't just give away people's information. But I do think that there is an opportunity for us to aggregate data to help people make better business decisions, right? Like Kalina was using as the example. It's like, you don't want to start a business necessarily where it's already hundreds of businesses doing the same thing. You want to look for an opportunity where you can actually capture some market share, and using data to help you come to those conclusions, I think will be ideal. So I think we're on the right track. We're finally getting there.
It's definitely been a long time coming, but we're glad at the progress, and we're glad that we're almost at our mark, and just looking forward to moving it to where we want it to be.
Yes. So I'm going to remind people. So it's next week, Thursday, May 5th, starting at 12:30. It is free. You can go onto our website now at bedc.bm and register. But again, the information that you're going to learn about is going to be around familiarizing yourself with the portal. It is a thing now, people. For those who don't know, and Kalina and Keitha, like I said, their unit is the primary unit responsible for bringing this thing to life, for supporting those who are already registered and using it. So it's just helping you to understand and navigate your way around it, I think, right, ladies? Am I getting it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that's going to be the majority, is being hands-on with the portal.
Okay. And I think the other benefit, I think, to doing this webinar is that once we have it recorded and once people attend, even if you register and you may or may not be able to attend, the good thing is that we are going to record it. And so it will be available for others if they were unable to make it. So I always encourage people to register anyway, just so that you're on the list to get sort of that information, so that you still are in the know, because you don't want to not be in the know, right? Not saying that if you miss it, we ain't gonna help you. We'll help y'all.
Definitely will help them.
But we're putting this on for a reason. So you want to just let the people know again why they should attend and who they are. Call them out, name the names, so that we can ensure that they are already and attending.
So like we had mentioned previously, I would suggest that everyone attend. Anyone that wants information on BEDC, wants to be a part of our membership to receive our perks and our discounts, those that may be looking for financial help in the future or general advice or assistance, future and current clients. I would suggest everyone. I think it's going to be very important for them to hear why we've built this portal, what benefit and use it's going to be for them, and then how to use it going forward. It's going to be really important to get that information out to everyone. So I would suggest, like Jamillah said, go on our website, register to be a part of the webinar, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, ladies.
Absolutely.
Well, I think you guys said it all. Hopefully people, when they see this, they will understand the importance and understand that it's just a extension of what we're always trying to do, right? We're like, how can we make sure that people are aware of what's available? How can we ensure that they know how to use the tools that we're creating, right? We're investing the time, the money, and the energy to build this portal. And certainly it is with the intent of making their lives and our lives easier, right? Because, you know, once you have access to the information, then sometimes you don't, like Colina said, you don't even need to call us to find out some information because you will have it at your fingertips. And I think that's the goal, is to make it a lot easier for you to get the help that you need, and then to continue to monitor, you know, your progress as you, if you get financial support, as you make payments and bring down your loan balance and all of that. So I'm really excited that we've come this far, because I feel like, you know, I've been here, I've seen so many iterations.
We've continually developed it as well. So from where we started, probably at least maybe 3 years ago, to where we are today, you know, we've been developing it and curtailing it to where we want today. And so we're finally at a product where we're, like I said, we're very close to this is our final product. This is what we want it to look like. And just mentioning what you said earlier with the Piper rules coming down, you know, we have to make sure, because this is our clients. You are our clients, and this is your information. So we definitely make sure we adhere to all those requirements to make sure that your information is secure. And we definitely take that to heart on the forums and on the website. We make sure that, you know, this is a non-disclosure, that your information is not shared, but it's only used for the information that it is being asked for.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am hoping that you are fully subscribed, because it's online, like there's no max, right? So everybody can sign up. But hopefully it's a full house. But again, like I said, for those of you who may not be able to attend at 12:30, if you do register, then you will have access to the recording, and that in itself is important. So I want to thank. Oh, go ahead. You want to say something?
I was going to mention one thing, because we do have a good bit of products that's already out there. So we do have a good bit of clients that already have our products that are not still using the register. And so those, we also want to make sure we are appealing to them to make sure that this information is getting to them as well, because even though they have a product with us, but they're not using the register, we're trying to streamline everybody on. So even though they're a current client of ours, but they're not using it, we want to make sure we're getting them on there too. So hopefully those out there as well are hearing this message, and they sign up and register too.
Because, you know, some people are like, well, I'm already on it, so I don't need to go on there. So so we're talking to you. You still attend the webinar, because again, like the whole idea is to make it easier for you to access your data, access your information, to save you a call or to save you from trying to reach out. If you can access that information yourself, then it's going to make it easier for you. You will know what you need to know. And then it'll make it easier for us as well. So those who are already on there, come on and sign up. And those who are considering maybe getting a product with BEDC in the future, then definitely we want to encourage you to sign up and take advantage of this webinar as well. So thank you, ladies.
Thanks,
Thank
Jay, for
you.
having us.
Thank you. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.
You as
You as
well.
well.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.